So, I got an unboxing, but the good news is that I possibly have some hardware coming in from a friend to fix the audio issues. I am so sorry. I kind of want to figure out what's wrong before I spend hundreds of dollars on some professional equipment that it's not as easy to move compared to knives in the sense that we don't have like I mean, maybe there's an audio equipment thing. Anyways, the point is, um, I have an unboxing. As I unbox this, don't forget to check out the coffee. I should honestly just do a Patreon, but just not have anything besides like a thank you. Anyways, though, if you help, contribute to the Patreon, it helps support this channel because I do daily uploads and what do we have in here? Anyways, yeah, subscribe and check out the coffee. We have some bubble wrap. I don't want to completely destroy. This is a knife that, frankly, I don't really know why. I was like, I have a grail that I'm trying to move, and then I traded up into this grail. Oh man, okay. First things first. Holy shit. Oh, it's not really showing up in this lighting. Ryworx, a handmade wooden box, a lightweight. It comes out from the bottom. Oh, ho, 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 ho. We have in the bag spare hardware and the GA. I don't know what GA stands for. I don't think anyone seems to know. This is the Ryworx GA. Has this crazy nice laser engraving, kind of like the Diamondback, albeit different. Before I flip this, let's see what the GA clocks in at. The GA weighs 4.55 ounces, so a little bit slightly higher than average. I'm going to just lower this brain in just a smidge. Alright, time to flip. First impressions. Ooh, this is nice. Handle bias. Good action. Oh, hello. It's really smooth action. This is nice. It's got a bit of a ring to it. Oh, really nice clack to it. Good sound. Seems that the bite handle has better action than the safe handle. Let me just... It's a channel titanium Balisong. Let's look at the face of it first, I guess. The face has these really nice subtle mill lines that go through. I guess it's just on the bottom, actually. The bottom and the top has these subtle mill lines, as you can see down here and also up here. But the middle doesn't have any mill lines. It has a pretty cool face cutout. It's actually quite comfortable. Has lighter but some grip without having these grooves feel. They're very nicely chamfered. T10 hardware only on the pivots. This is a channel design. How's the play? It's pretty minimal. Yeah, I don't really feel the play at all when I fan. Yeah, good play. The blade, as we talked about, has this sort of a drop point. Or is this a clip point? I don't know. I think this is a drop point. Kind of like a buoy. It's nice laser engraving. I've not seen a GA. This is Ryworx, a Japanese maker. Ryworx has a bunch of really high-end knives, including the Kono Ishii and the GA, but it also has some bearing knives that are on the lower end of the spectrum, including the Omeme, I think the Servant Striker is Ryworx. I'm not sure about that. There's also a Setsuno, which I haven't tried. This feels pretty good. This is like really oh, how sharp is this? Not terribly sharp, but I obviously still need to be careful. This is really nice, I gotta say. Now, I don't actually know why this costs as much as it does, because this is a value of $17.50. I had a Phobos Horizon and I traded up, and I don't honestly really know why I traded up. I might try and see if I can trade into an Idolo. We'll see, because this is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, this is beautiful. Will I keep this though? I'm not sure. I kind of was like a really expensive trade, and this was not a knife that I was actively seeking. So we'll see if I can trade this, because it is of a similar value to some handmade knives. I saw the JW magnet was going, a new magnet was going for 900. So, alrighty. This it's just really smooth in the hand. It has really good action. It has a really nice sound. A high pitch ring. Some people might not like that, as well as a really solid clack. It's definitely handle biased, but not in an unpleasant amount. I think Will Hirsch would love this. Hey, Will Hirsch, give me buttloads of money for this knife. Oh, geez. Interesting. That flew off my finger. That was a little unexpected. It's like a bit hefty to twirl, but, 4.55. Not unpleasant, just, to do an extended full twirl over and over is just a lot of... Oh, man, but holy shit, this rolls over is beautifully. There's no jimping, unfortunately. There's like this sort of... I don't even know what. It's hard to describe. There's some sort of possibly laser... I'm trying to see if there's a way to get this to show. But it's not textured. But I don't think it's necessarily ano or laser. This is just too bright. And it's definitely not like jeweling either. It's like kind of, you can kind of see like the splotchiness. See if I can tilt the lighting like to the side. Yeah, you can kind of see that. Yeah, there we go. So there's this sort of, I don't know, laser? Ghost ano? Like a spectral ano? I'm not sure. It's really subtle, but it's nice. There's no jimping, which I think would be nice for ladders, but also I know that some makers, well, I mean, jimping is obviously another form of machining and it costs money. But I gotta say that if you like handle bias knives, this feels really, really good. I would say balance-wise, not too dissimilar for the Invictus. It's, I think, a smidge lighter than the Invictus, because I think the Invictus is like 4.6. The Kraken, which is also a smidge handle bias, is 4.22-ish. So this is definitely more akin to the weight of the Invictus, albeit it's smaller in the hands, and it feels really comfortable. There's not really any like blockiness to it, but it's definitely not too rounded. It's really, really nice, subtle chamfers, especially here on the end too. There's also like the soft chamfers here on the corner. Like this is just, it's just nice and comfortable. It feels very, I mean, every knife is to an extent very intentionally designed, but I feel this knife is really intentional in its design. The way that the spine has this sort of soft point here, but then it sticks out here for this very thick spine. Actually, on here it's GA03 013 PY05. I don't know what this means, but it's like some sort of serial number here. And then it has like this thicker spine. Ryworx. Yeah, you can see the Ryworx logo here. I mean, kind of where my finger is. Trust me, it says Ryworx. On the back side. Oh, it's the Ryworx logo, which is just a diamond of diamonds. But it's hard to see over here. You can kind of see it. Yeah, it's like not really focusing, but considering that it's a diamond back pattern, it's hard to see. There it is, the diamond logo, and then the Ryworx name is hard to see. That's Milden. I mean, the diamond pattern is Milden too. So, I have to say that my initial first impressions of this knife are really positive. It feels good. It feels well made. Now, the materials and the flare aside, is this knife worth this much money? I don't know. I don't know if this value of 1750 is because of like import in Japan or rarity, or like I don't know if the GA is still being made. It's hard to tell. Ryworx's social media page is not very consistent. I will say though, this feels like an incredibly high quality knife. It feels very good. I don't know if I would have paid that much money if I didn't add cash to the Phobos Horizon, which so the thing is, I don't know if I'll be able to sell this because it's just so expensive, and I don't have infinite money, so I don't know if I want to keep this, because while I like this, I do really like this. I think I'm gonna spend more time with this. I don't know if I feel confident in like that I want to keep this forever. Now, an Idolo, on the other hand, if I can add cash or something for an Idolo, which is another knife that I've been really hunting for, we'll see. This knife though, it's fucking nice. It's really, really nice. But it's hard to sell knives that are, you know, this much money, and especially like I do payment plans when I do sell knives. I am in the process of selling a Phobos, but the person has had like some harder times with whatnot, so hopefully I can figure something out. This is, man, I don't know. It just, while it is, you know, a little hefty, it's not overbearingly heavy, and I don't feel any like rough surfaces that feel uncomfortable to my hand as I fin. Like I feel like sometimes when I flip the oopsies, it's like very thin balsa wood. No, it's like thicker. Sometimes like the EX11, very good. I have the Kuski barrels on it. I do feel like that sometimes there are just some rough edges, like especially here down in the corners. So just like the edges are a little rougher. It's a bit like square feeling in the hands just because of how the milling is. Don't get me wrong, this is an excellent knife. But I feel like everything in here is so smooth without sacrificing grip. And it just, you can just tell from the sound how good these tolerances are. This is an amazingly tuned knife, and I might try and give it just a little bit of a crank. Sorry, just a little bit. This is a T10, right? Yeah, this is T10. It's not slipping into. Yeah, it seems that the hardware was a wee bit stripped for me. Oh, are these look like stainless steel washers? They don't look like phosphor bronze washers at the very least. Yeah, some of this hardware is a little bit stripped from a previous owner, but all in all, tolerances are pretty solid. Not like there's, oh shoot, there's in the bit in my shag carpet. It's just pretty minimal play. Like I was talking to some friends about how I've been feeling a little bit less tolerant about like play, because I do a lot of fans and twirls, that I find that when a knife has a good amount of play, you feel a lot more give when you try and snap it, whereas like a really well tuned knife just snaps and it just feels really responsive. So whew, yeah, that's it. This is a really good knife, but not sure if it is to my preferences enough that like I like lighter knives and neutral knives. So we'll see. This feels pretty artistic though. So I don't really know if I have anything else really to say, at least for my first impressions, but the Ryworx GA, the Georgia, I don't know what GA stands for. If you know what GA stands for, let me know in the comments, please. But here's the Ryworx GA. Gorgeous, laser engraved, drop point blade. Smooth, subtle handles. I'm going to twist this light back over. And it just, is very well tuned, very responsive. However, this is a one Grail ass Grail price knife, so I'm not sure I can really afford to keep it because, yeah, I mean, the economy. But yeah, if you like this video, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Give it a thumbs up, and check out my other videos on like the omeme. I did I think multiple videos. I definitely covered more than one omeme. One of which was a Saux blade, and the other one is a drop point Bowie. And I don't know. This is really. Do you think this is worth the price? Do you think that this is a grail worth keeping or worth hunting for? Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts. And till next time, happy flipping. I definitely want to make like a full review of this before I part ways with it, if I do part ways with it. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and happy flipping, everyone.